You know what I mean? You're having a hard time. So it's very easy to play the race card. I never wanted to play the race card. But this gangstalking is just as racist as is everything else. And, yeah, it's pretty racist. Like, I hate to say it. Like, it's really racist. Like, for real. And they're trying to give me a brain fart. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I was watching this guy. What's this guy's name on YouTube? I think his name is Musa. Let me look at it because I'm watching him right now, literally at this moment as we speak. And let me see what his name is. See, I like to give people their credit. Like, I know sometimes, like, I'll come on YouTube and these people are watch my video and then probably get inspired by something I said, and then they go make a video themselves, but won't shout me out, won't say nothing about me. So this man's name is King Monster. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But at the end of the day, listening to him, like, he's really being gangster. You know what I mean? Like, I can tell when people are fake targeted individuals. You know what I mean? I don't care about how many views you got, etc. I could tell when you're a fake target individual. So from what he's saying, like, he basically, I'm a target individual who's been in my frustration story that he told on his page, and that was that. So shout out to him. But yeah, his stuff is very racist. I remember when I first started working my job, and I had to do training, etc. So first thing first, it was a European American. No, I'm just kidding. It was a white lady that was in there with us. She was doing the training. She was kind of over the training or whatever. But I felt like as soon as I started training, all of a sudden she had somewhere to be. And we trained for like 8 weeks. It was a long training. And it was needed, but it was a long training. And so we started off in the building, and then we ended up at the house. Or did we start off at the house, and then we ended up in the building? No, we started off I think it was both. So we did both. We did a little bit of at home, and we did a little bit of in the building. I think we had to end in the building. So eventually we ended up in the building, yeah. So, yeah, then all of a sudden it was just regular. It was just all black people. You know what I mean? It was all black people. And it was like some people that was there in the beginning that they seen that I was there, and they seen what they would have to do, and they seen what was going to be expected of them, and then they just left. Like, slowly but surely, the people started dropping out. People started dropping out. But, yeah, all of a sudden she had somewhere to be. So that was one thing. And then I had roommates, and everybody was talking about these, you know, I had roommates. I stayed in one roommate house from the month of August all the way up until, I believe, like February. I stayed in one roommate house from August to February. And then I realized, I was like, look, I got this job. I know myself. If I stay here in this roommate house for any longer amount of time, I'm not gonna make it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, like, as far as me just being patient, and my patience was getting so low with the person that I was living with, and it was getting to the point where y'all could see my videos, like, I documented it. It was getting to the point where I was getting so frustrated with that girl that, you know, I was going to end up, and I'm out on bond. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to another roommate house. So that's what I did. And the bad thing about it was I went to a downgrade, because I went from having my own bathroom, my own room, to now I'm sharing a bathroom with this weird, dirty lady who was just weird and dirty and looked like a gargoyle. That's neither here nor there. These damn bugs coming out of freaking nowhere as I'm talking. If you could hear, that was me smushing one of these out of damn nowhere bugs. But then anyway, So there was, everybody, the girl was telling me and her ended up getting cool with the end, which is weird. You know what I mean? I guess the girl realized that she could not bully me. No, I'm just kidding. But then before you know, she started trying to get at me with a friendship kind of way, the passive aggressive. We're friends, but we're frenemies kind of way, because I had started working. I got me a temp service, so I had to work at the temp service in order for me to get up to my job back and forth. Transportation, I had to pay to get back and forth to the training, so I was doing temp, and I was paying using my temp to get back and forth to the training. So she asked me one day, like, where you go? Like, well, where you working at? Da-da-da. She was like, I'm gotta work. I'm about to get thrown out. You're not about to get thrown out, but these people are paying for you to stay here. But it is what it is. She was like, yeah, I'm desperate. Da-da-da. So I took her with me to work one day, which was good because, you know, I feel like I had some kind of company there when I was at work because, you know, I was being gangstalked there too. But, you know what I mean? It was what it was. So I went to work or whatever and took her to work with me. And she started telling me, because I told her I'm about to get ready to leave and go to another house, but I just made it seem like, oh, I don't have the money to stay here no more. I need to move to a cheaper apartment, you know? So I had moved to another apartment. I stayed there from February to like May. March, April, May. So it was like 3 months that I stayed over there in that piece of crap. And the girl was telling me, oh, yeah, you're going to have like white roommates. And I don't know why people think I'm racist. I'm not racist. I think because I watch certain kind of programming that are for that's revolving around Black people. And I do believe that Black people deserve reparations. Like, and if you don't agree with that, then it is what it is. But I do believe that we deserve reparations. People think I'm racist, and I don't understand how me being proud of myself and me loving who I am got anything to do with me not liking you. You know what I mean? And it's people treat you like you can't do both. Like, oh, I cannot watch things that are pro-Black. I'm Black. Like, I don't understand what the problem is, but whatever. So long story short, she was like, yeah, these white people are crazy. These white people are, they on drugs. They push their cat in a stroller. They always walking around yelling at each other. They always fighting. They always arguing, da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, wow, I don't have a problem with them being white. Cause like I told you, I'm not racist, and I gotta sleep in my own room. I don't plan on being in theirs. But I do have a problem with them arguing all the time and being crazy. So I was like, okay, here we go. As soon as I get over there, you know what I mean, all of a sudden they have some. They sat around for me like 1 day or 2 days or whatever. And they probably sat around for like a week. And I was there for 3 months, like a good week of me being in there. They all of a sudden had somewhere to be. They was never in there. And I had asked the old lady I was kind of pretty much sharing the room with her because we shared the bathroom, so our room was kind of conjoined. And I was like, well, what's going on? Like, she's like, yeah, they usually always here. They ain't never going. They always in this They always in this house. They all of a sudden, she's like going to the mom house and stuff like that. So they was at the dude and the girl and the man was at the mom's house, and then eventually they ended up getting an apartment. And he was like, yeah, we've been on the waiting list for years. We've been on the waiting list for years, and we finally got off the waiting list. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, why whenever it comes time for us target individuals to be anywhere around in the vicinity, all the white people got somewhere to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that the people aren't. I've definitely been gang-stalked by white people. Definitely have. But, like, even when I was working at the Motel 6, when I started working there, all of a sudden they changed the owners. It went from being like regular American white people to now it's some Arabic people. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's just like, I feel it almost gives it, oh, we're too good to do this to target people. Oh, we're just going to let the Black people and the ethnic people, the Arabic people, handle our scandal. You know what I mean? And that's the vibe that I get. And but Freemasonry in a whole has always been separate. Like, Black people have always had their own Freemasonry hall to go to. Like, the white people go to their Freemason hall, and then the Black people will go to the Modern Free. I mean, the Modern Free was like, if you're looking back to Martin Luther King days, the Modern Free was where the Black people Freemasons would go, because we couldn't go to the same Freemason hall as the white people. You know what I mean? So, like, this has always been very separate. I know probably nobody want to hear this. And they probably feel like, oh, there you go again playing the race card. Now so you're not getting what you want. Now you're playing the race card. You racist. I am far from racist. I've had white friends my whole life. Been super cool white people my whole life. My best friend was white for years. So, I mean, never been racist. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm just stating the facts and pointing out the fact that every time it seems like it's come times down for this Gangstalking stuff, they want to put you in the Negro neighborhoods. You know what I mean? You living in a decent neighborhood, and they go, oh, why you want to move over here? And they want to put you in the black area. Da-da-da-da. And it's always, but it seems like whenever things get hectic, whenever things start getting out of control, then a white person come out of nowhere on their overseer stuff, right? But like I said, it's always been very racist. If you watch the movie Rosewood, which is a lot of reason why I don't know why black people even do this stuff to begin with, because it's racist. Like, you know what I mean? And like whenever things get uncomfortable and whenever things are getting too weird or awkward or whatever, they send in black people or ethnic people. And it's not even always black people. Sometimes they'll send in Spanish people. Sometimes they'll send in Arabic people. Sometimes they'll send in Indian people. But it's always never them exactly until it gets to the point where they feel like it gotta be them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. For instance, with my case, my child care case with my children, when I first got that child care case, my supervisor was a white man. My supervisor was a white man. When I first got this child care case, my supervisor was a white man. And now my supervisor is a black woman. You know what I mean? So it's always, when everything starts to get a little too, they don't want to never be the face of nothing stupid. But it's okay for us to be the face of stupid stuff, if you know what I mean. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. They don't want to be made to feel awkward. They don't want to be made to feel like they're doing something wrong because, oh, no, we're innocent. But it's okay for us to look like we're the bad guys. It's always us. We're always the bad guys. If you've been in, you got to stand a little, think about it in society. They've always tried to make us out to be the bad guy. You know what I mean? It's never okay for them to be the bad guy. It's always us, you know. So like I said, back to Rosewood. If you watch the movie Rosewood, that white lady got raped by that one. Well, she actually didn't even get raped by that white man. She actually willingly had sex with him, and she wanted him to stay, even though she was married to somebody else. So I don't know why she thought he was supposed to stay there after he had sex with her. Y'all weren't even supposed to be having sex together to begin with. But anyway, obviously she was plumb ridiculous. She put the whole town through that whole stupid situation when she could have just told the truth. Everybody already knew she was a whore. But anyway. So yeah, he beat her up because he was crazy. And then eventually the white man ran over to the black side of town, and he was telling the black boy, like, basically, like, I guess, can you hide me out or can you lie from me? I can't really remember the specifics or whatever. And the black boy kind of was like, no, like, I don't want to do a thing, I didn't do it me, you know what I mean? I'm just over here trying to make it, stay out the way, which is what most black people try to do back in the days anyway, stay out the way. And he was just like, oh no, I'm a Mason. And the black man, his ass all gassed, like, oh, are you a Mason? Because I'm a Mason too. With your gassed ass. Hit the white man anyway without freaking telling the truth. Knew what was going on. And this, just because he's a Mason, got the whole damn town killed. These old folks came. If anybody seen Rosewood, no. These people came and killed the whole damn town just because this stupid black man wanted to be, I'm a Mason. So damn bad. Sat there and got all your people killed. And if I'm not mistaken, I think his ass got killed. So, like I said, this whole Freemasonry stuff, it's been very racist. I'm almost certain that they're having their own separate meetings. If they're having meetings with y'all, they're definitely having their own separate meetings by themselves. That y'all ass are not privy to. Okay? Because it's been like that for years. And it's really not a secret, but that's because You know, I don't want to go too far into it, but like I said, I had just came to the realization that this is just as racist as anything else. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that all white people are racist. I've met some good white people. I've had some white people treat me better than most black people. Most of the problems that I've had in life have stemmed from black people, to be all the way honest with you. Because I've never spent enough time with white people to even really have any issues with them, you know. It was the white guy that came over here and put my blinds up for me. Nice white guy came over here and put my blinds up for me. And nobody really wanted to come up here and put my blinds up because I'm not really supposed to have no blinds because they didn't really want me to have blinds because they didn't want me to be able to, you know, have any privacy. So he was nice enough to come over here and at least start the process and get my blinds put up. So like I said, I don't have no problem with white people. I'm just stating the facts and pointing out that what that brother said is true. You know, this is a large racism, it's a large part of it, and they're using us as buffers, and they're using the people of ethnic background as buffers. You know, and it's not cool. Not cool at all. But I just wanted to put that out there. I apologize.